Szép estét mindenkinek, sziasztok! Folytassuk tovább Eloy útját a tiltott nyugatra. Ugye itt tartottunk legutóbb, hogy lejöttünk a felvonóval, mostantól nyílik meg az open world, mostantól nyílik meg az új terület. És először el kell jutnunk egy városba, hogy ott fejlesszük a nyílunkat, és utána mehetünk megtisztítani a területet, hogy a küldöttség el tudjon menni a béketárgyalásra. Igen, láncmarázsba megyünk, és akkor utána megyünk. Itt jobbra fölfele amúgy van valami mellékküldetés. Nem biztos, hogy pont itt kéne fölmenni. Őd mindenkinek, sziasztok, szép estét! Aha, ott vannak ilyen menyétek, vagy üregások. Napnyaló politika. Ó, ott van. Ott van valami loot bent. Kékkelik, meg zöldelik. Zöld csík. Láncmarás jobbra. Oké. Gondolom akkor ez azért volt ide egy betéve így a... Ugyanúgy zölden.
Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there. I'd be able to tinker with my other gear too.
Ugyanolyan zöld, ilyen méregszerű csóvák voltak ott, mint a kígyóknál is.
Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jor's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the forge. Petra? Aloy, what are you doing
Na,
here?
rá emlékszem.
About time there was something worth looking at in this dump. It's nice to see you too. And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place. Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage. Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story.
best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh.
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
Ah. Of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flame Hair, good to see you. You gotta move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Na. Ó, és a jó kis zöld mellé küldik. Ez páncél. Oké, fegyverfejlesztések, ruhafejlesztés, csapdakészítés. Oké. És üregesó hangkaj. Jó, 2-es. És ezt már nem tudjuk fejleszteni. Őt tudjuk vajon? Aha. Oké. Azért fejlesztjük őket, tudom, hogy úgyis hamarosan találunk jobbakat, de nem baj, hogyha addig minden fejlesztve van. Itt pedig ez mit fejlesztünk? Ja, itt tárgyat készítünk, nem fejlesztjük. Jó, főzés. Jó, oké. Te kereskedő vagy? Jó, ez ugyanaz.
Shop looks closed.
Yep.
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
Oké. Üdv mindenkinek, sziasztok, szép estét! Na nézzük, milyen mellékküldet. Ez ilyen... ez ilyen stash. Jó, de most nem pakolunk, még jók vagyunk. Ugye felveszünk néhány mellékküldetést.
What happened to you?
That damn mine is what happened to me. It won't be the last injury if Olven keeps shoving those tongs into those tunnels.
What mine?
Northeast of Chainscrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but Olven probably threatened to cut off our pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down and take me through it? How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get them open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
Who's Corvin?
He's their foreman. And a damn good one. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Olvin... his demands go beyond unreasonable. Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury when it was Olvin who ordered the extra shifts.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olvin's wrath than die buried in rubble.
I could check in on your crew if I'm in the area.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Jó, egy. Munkapad. Jó. Ó, mi van itt? Ismeretlen géproham. Uram, atyám, olyan na mindegy. Néha nagyon-nagyon fura a fordítás. Annyira ilyen, nem azt mondom, hogy magyartalan, de...
What do you want, Olvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Olvund Frio, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my... saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, let's get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble? Ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The, burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Karja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more!
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Karja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osram lives!
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osserum laborers of this land who do all the backbreaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
If Chainscrape is on Karja land, shouldn't a Karja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osram folk, of course. You think a Karja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning.
Igen, tehát nem, sokszor nem is velünk beszél Ulvund, hanem ordibál össze-vissza.
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in Barren Light's shadow. I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all. Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Osram.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is going to get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Karja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
Ó, de irritáló volt ez a csávó. Na nézzük. Oké, ja. Hoppá, hoppá.
Hey, Milda. Took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Alden's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Olven discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
How did you live in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly.
But...
But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Olvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
Na, összeszedtünk néhány mellékküldetést. Meg van egy kérdőjel. Ó, az lehet, hogy fönt van. Aha. Ó, ez drága élő, ez nem nagyon akar semmit se. Aha. Bocs, bocs. Hát vele most nem beszélünk. Jó, azt nézzük meg ezt a valamit, amit itt neki ilyen fura neve van. Ez olyan mit tud? És hogy megyünk oda? Oh. Oh, ez társas.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original, straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
Van benne társasjáték, srácok. Na nézzük. Oké, kezdő lecke.
Alright, let's start off simple. The Tanakhs like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only take a look at your notes if you need a reminder. Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second machine. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to, when performing an attack, you'll be... A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out.
Micsoda? Hova kell? Hogy az a sprint, de miért? És az mibe kerül?
Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. Just overcharge your machine and attack mine.
Ja, oké.
That's about it for your turn then.
Ez nem volt választható opció, sajnos.
I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You're gonna have to move that machine downwards if you want to see this next trick. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. Let's overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's keep this game going. Overcharge your machine.
Ja.
that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or 2.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn the game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you with. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Hűha! Nem rossz ez, de...
Don't be a stranger.
Ezt majd még folytatjuk máskor, vagy lehet, hogy ezt off-stream próbálgatom.
Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
Ha! There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table! Nah, don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
So the bristlebacks and the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Olvind was none too pleased. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the bristlebacks are gone.
But how could bristlebacks and the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Karja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Damn Karja slavers.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
So about Olvind.
Around here, everything's about Olvind.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Ulvund?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvund has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Na, tehát menjünk,
Well, I have to
tegyük
go.
rendbe a dolgokat itt a környéken, amik vannak.
I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
Na nézzük a térképet. Jó, meg itt a magisztrátussal. Ismeretlen harcszív, és nem megyünk harcszíverembe. Még itt a magisztrátussal beszélünk.
Savior, thank you for taking the time, and my condolences that you had to endure Ulvund's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the Bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Barren Light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How does blaming the Karja for the Bristlebacks help Ulvund get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. claiming that the Karja loosed the bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King. And with the bristlebacks bringing work in the valley to a halt, Ulvund has plenty of time to pick at barely healed wounds.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
Hát jó, így a stream első fél órájában megnéztünk egy csomó cinematikot, meg mindenfélét. Nem gyűjtünk űrrömöt, hanem megyünk tovább. Először is találjunk ki a kocsmából. Jó. Te mi vagy? Mondjuk köveket nem fogunk gyűjteni.
I want to override machines and where are you off to?
Ez is kapta itt? What?
Is that a tripwire? Gotta be ready.
Oké, csak nyugodtan.
This whole area is rigged with tripwires. It's always something.
Hold tight. I'll see what I can do.
Try luring them into the tripwires.
Hoppá, hoppá, bajba vagyunk. Cic. Ó, hogy ezt magukra robbantottuk. Na, ilyet nem játszunk. Ó, hogy a fene vinnél, hogy átugrott rajta. Én használnám azt a rohadt tripwire-et, Lehet, hogy most kapjuk meg a csapdakészítőt?
That's the last one.
Hello, Red. What a day, what a day.
Thank the Forge you showed up. Tripwire's handy, but machine hunting's a youngin's game. Come on over. Let me give thanks proper like. I see you're a practiced hunter. Took you less time to kill those scroungers than vanguards to kill one bristleback.
So the vanguards came through here?
Yeah, just a bit ago. Down that bristleback, headed south. Then those scroungers showed up to carve the carcass, as they do. Then another bristleback ran through. I'm telling you, it's crazy around here.
So the vanguard went south?
Probably. This whole valley is swarming with them. The vanguard seem dead set on getting rid of them.
I see.
Hold on there, Red. You're gonna go chasing across the Daunt. You're gonna want a tripcaster.
Oh,
Not
okay.
just any tripcaster. One of my make. Free of charge.
Workmanship looks solid enough.
Yep. Been tweaking the design since I left Chainscrape. More room to tinker out here and less chance of, well, accidents.
Did something happen in Chainscrape?
Well, like someone.
Let me guess. Ulvund.
Back when I had a place in town, he took a real interest in my wares. Kept pressing for the Ulvund discount. I said no. He didn't like that so much. I can't prove it, but that chuff bucket set my workshop on fire. Felt it best to put some distance between us after that.
Cable car operator told me the bristlebacks just appeared yesterday. Do you know anything about them?
How is old Karn? Back in the day, me and him got into all sorts of trouble. There was this one time that...
Anything about the bristlebacks?
No. Karn said true. Just showed up and ran amok. Lucky for me, I've got you and the Vanguard swooping in time to save my backside.
I should get going.
Összeszedjük majd a csapdákat.
While you're blasting bristlebacks, I think I'll head down to the hunting grounds. Did you know they have a tripcaster trial? Come by later if you want to try it out.
Maybe. After I get things under control.
Hál' Istennek megint vannak ilyen vadászpróbák.
Should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus.
Összeszedünk mindent is. Oké. Láda. Meg tényleg hol vagyunk? Oké, egy, kettő. Üdv mindenkinek, sziasztok, szép estét! Na, volt itt valahol? Ó, malac. Malac ugye kell a küldetéshez. Király. Oké, még... Itt van valami lila cucc.
Trucks. Moving errands and the vanguards. Keep these on me. Bristlebacks are everywhere.
Az olyan, mint ez a sörtés hátul, ez nem biztos, hogy az. Csak mintha mutatná az utat. Hozzáteszem, itt ezek a olyanok, mintha megégtek volna, de körülöttük meg a fű az nincs megégve. Gyorsan lelövünk mindent, már nem mindent. Ahogy jövünk, mert jól emlékszem, most nem biztos, hogy úgy lesz. De hogy régen az volt, hogy ugye az első részben az volt, hogy ugye ezekből a állatokból kinyert szőrökből tudtuk fejleszteni azokat a táskákat, vagy pakkokat, amikkel amik a nyíl meg mindenféle ilyen tartására vagy tárolására kellett. Aha, arra megyünk fölfelé.
Sounds like someone's putting up a fight.
Ó, itt a haverunk.
Another one down. Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols. Just a hammer. Just the fight. Aloy?
Erend!
Nincsenek túl jó állapotban ezek az állatok.
Those bristlebacks have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
Kapta. Ezt összeszedjük, ez kell a... Ó, mindjárt megyünk oda. Csak ha már ez így világít. Mellett még... Ó, ő nem szereti a mérgezést? Hát azon ne múljék. Kapta ő is. Na hát, pikpakkel intéztünk néhányat. Ezekre emlékeztem, amit ilyen fentről leszak... Tehát...
You might have to meet me halfway here.
Na, mi történt barátunkkal? Nehézkesen jött le.
Caught me in my best, as usual.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
This? Who needs ribs, huh? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the Daunt just to watch me get wrecked. So what's the story?
I need the embassy to happen, so I can head west. Erend, what I did at the Spire... what we did... it didn't end the threat. It just slowed it down. There's still more to do.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part. That's not so great. but hey, whatever you're up against, your spear, my hammer, just like old times.
Erend, I need the embassy now. I can't wait for you to heal.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually, even if you weren't hurt, what I have to do, it's better if I do it alone.
Alone? That figures.
Erend! I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm pretty banged up here.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming. This just keeps getting better.
Milyen jó helyen öltük meg ezt a robotot, nem látszik tőle az egész cinematic rész.
Listen, I'll go to Barren Light, get patched up. If you want this embassy to happen, we're gonna need this sun priest, Studious Wadis.
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Wadis to Barren Light. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's sort of like a goodbye.
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry? Yeah, that'd be a first.
Where is this coming from?
Hey, just, forget it, yeah. It's nothing.
It sounds like something.
All right, fine. Now, after the battle at the Spire, you took off. You left without so much as a handshake. I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your side, Aloy. You just disappear? What kind of person does that?
Hát most ilyen gondolatátvitellel mondja el amit szeretne, ezért nincs beszéd.
Erend! By the forge.
Maybe I should go with you to Barren Light.
No, hey, you're needed elsewhere. Obviously. We'll make it without you.
That doesn't sound good.
You'll have to handle that one on your own. We'll only slow you down.
Ennek itt fura hangja volt. Aha, és arról a 300 méterre. Plusz erekjéromok. Nézzük meg az erekjéromokat először.
Find a cauldron to learn how to override machines.
Kíváncsiak, hogy őket el tudjuk-e. Jó, és szépen itt. Ugye mondjuk nem ők az ellenfeleink.
It's a ruin from the old world. But I could find something interesting inside.
Aha. Azt hiszem, hol tudnánk bemenni.
Okay, what do we have in here?
Azt... Na, végre volt egy találatunk. Hát ez... Oké. Ez lehet, hogy valami mellékküldetésszerű. De először ezt a házat akarom megnézni. És nem tartom kizártnak, hogy... Aha. Jó, na várjunk csak. Hagyjuk itt a ládát? Hűha, it's a puzzle. Jó, azt onnan tudjuk kinyitni. Na, Eloy miért ugrott?
Looks like this door needs some kind of key module. Maybe there's one in the ruin?
Au. Jó, oda meg nem tudunk felugrani. Egyszer. Ha erre jövünk tovább... Jó, ez megoldva.
Great. That should be useful. Looks like it's stuck. There's data here.
Jó, várjunk csak, és hogyha innen húzzuk le.
There's a... code for the locked door in this data. But I still need to find a key module.
Milyen fura, hogy a... Tehát ott lent is van valami, meg... Na várjunk, csak nézzünk körbe. Aha. Jó. Próbálok rájönni, hogy mi lenne itt a puzzle-nak a lényege. Ez idáig oké.
Okay, gotta find a key for the door.
Azt akarom, Aloy, csak ha elfogna. Jó, várjunk csak.
This'll be in my stash when I need it.
Ó, oké, ami több lett, azt átküldi összesbe, az rendben is van. Azt lenne ott jó, ha Aloy drága megfogná. Jó. Oh.
No good. Need ammo.
Egyszer kinyitjuk innen.
There's more of the ruin down here. Where to now?
Oké, ott ki lehet menni. Ha már itt vagyok, én összenyitom az összes shortcutot, amit csak találunk. Amíg a... saját fejünkre is rántjuk a cuccost. Oké.
Well, I can't reach the ledge above now. Guess I'll have to find another way up.
várjunk csak. Hajhaj. Ó, megvan. Elrontottuk. Ezt lehet, hogy túl hamar törtük össze. Melyik azzal, hogyha behúzzuk a gödörbe. Oh, I see. Eloy, meg egy kicsit told odébb. Jó.
Okay. Now where does this lead?
Na gyerünk, gyerünk, gyerünk. Mindent felveszünk. Ezt nem hiszem el. Ott van ilyen? Jó. És megvan a kulcs.
Key module.
Oké. Jaj! Jó, mindegy. Az nem tudom hova vitt volna, mert mint úgy tudom, csak... Na nézzük, megérte ez a...
Looks like this needs a code too. I think some of the data I picked up might help.
1705 talán. Jó, ez nem az. Ez sem az. Ez lesz az 1705. Mi ez a zöld?
What is this thing? Guess I'll figure out what to do with it later.
Ó, kaptunk 2 képességpontot. Jó, na nézzük, jól. Nem? Nézzük meg a képességeket. Még gyorsan megcsináljuk itt ezt a küldetést. Tegyünk a harcosra is. Ja. Jó. Hát... Adjunk a stealthre. Hát... Ó, és most akkor a kapacitásokat... Ez annyira nem. Jó. Oké, elköltöttük az összes pontunkat. Gyűjtök egy kis... Ó, az... Ja, nem gyűjtünk, mert a tartalékkézletbe pakolja.
There's the quarry Thurles mentioned. And it's full of bristlebacks.
Ha elledük, a villám lesz jó. Hú, de jó lövés volt, Iloj. Ezt nem is... Jó, ez csúnya volt, de... De most én vagyok. Jó.
One less machine.
Hoppá. De akkor mi történik? Tehát kilövöm a...
Incoming.
Uram, atyám, semmim nincsen. Hoppá.
Another one down.
Csak... Aha. Az azért nem nézett ki rosszul. Még el is találnám a hátán a kanisztert. Jó, kapta.
One less machine.
Amúgy ez nagyon királyul néz ki, mikor így átfordul a feje tetejére. Oh. Ez. Meg ez, hogy lenyomják a földbe Jó. Jó, van, jövök, csak lootolok. És végre tudunk felvenni ilyen párcokat. Fémmaró. Na mondjad.
We tried to hold off and wait for the vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged fracas.
Is everyone okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work, but Chainscrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking up the pieces.
You need the whistle to get back to work?
Me and my crew were just little cogs out here. Can't lift a hammer till Olvin blows that thing. Cause if we work without his say-so, he'll ban us. And my people have been through enough.
Olvin holds that much power?
He's got the money and connections to snuff our fires for good. Almost feels like we stood a better chance with the bristlebacks.
What are you and your crew working on?
We're supposed to be working Olvin's claim, digging out stone to show our barren light. But the work stoppage and the bristlebacks cut us short. Never seen those blasted things in a dump before. Where in Forge Fire did they come from?
I'm not sure. At least not yet. What are you and your crew working on?
We're supposed to be working Olvin's, but the work never... Where?
Jó.
I need to get going. Stay safe.
Thanks to you, that might actually be possible today.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks. Chainscrape can get back to work now. I'll go give Olvent the good news. Waddy's too. Then maybe this embassy can finally happen.
Oh, ott is van loot. Oké. Ezt átnézem, hogy itt miket lehetne eladni kiknek.
Javad said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry. I should see if there's anything in the back of the valley.
Ez milyen messze van? Ó! Itt van 2 mellékküldetés is. Gyorsan megcsináljuk. Aha.
Dead bristleback by the falls. Gotta check it out.
Az az érdekes, hogy
charged off the cliff up there. I better keep following the trail up.
mondjuk... Az, hogy is hívják? Jól sejtem. Hogy az Kádron? Azt hiszem Kádronnak hívták.
Okay, I think I have enough bitter leaf. An old mine. And a lot of broken trees. It's like a stampede went through. Is this where the bristlebacks came from? But how? Unless this cave leads out of the Daunt.
Hát valamit ott vagyunk. Aha, innen jöttek ki a... Hát jó, ezt még megcsináljuk, srácok. Ugye ez egy régi bánya.
The old cart tracks collapsed. It looks recent. Guess I'm not going that way.
Várjunk csak, menjünk végig fent először. Au.
Dead bristleback down there? The cart tracks must have given way under it. So the bristlebacks were in here.
Jó. Tehát arra nem tudunk menni, mint láttuk, mert sikeresen lefutottam a domboldalon.
I'll keep some extra on hand. There's
Így.
smoke from deeper in the mine. An explosion? Bristlebacks. I guess they got trapped in here. I'm gonna have to take them out before I can look around.
Na gyere, Bikuci! Oké, kapta.
Okay. Better take a look at where the smoke's coming from.
Mindjárt körbe is nézzünk. Igen, Honnan jön a füst? Na igen, most már úgy néz ki a történet, hogy nem tudunk mindenből végtelen mennyiséget összeszedni, hanem egy-egy szettnyit tudunk, és a többi pedig megy a készletünkbe. Jó.
There's a lot of smoke. Looks like the mine runs pretty far back.
Itt erre tudunk le?
Blaze down there. There's enough blaze here to blast a mountain open. And there's a note on one of the barrels. It's addressed to Olin. Looks like this mine was supposed to be shut down. Olin must have gotten greedy. Kept blasting deeper into the mountain. I should let Javad know what I found.
Ez ennyi volt ez a rész? Ó, oké. Most annyit csinálunk, hogy ugye ott... Jó, menjünk ki a barlangból.
Some Olin was secretly blasting in the mine. Trying to squeeze it for all it's worth. Until Bristleback stampeded through. Maybe the explosions blew a way open? But from where?
Jó, utazzunk ide gyors utazásba. És majd utána innen folytatjuk legközelebb.
Time to get Ulvin to blow the whistle, then Wadis to bear light.
Jó, mentünk egyet. És akkor innen folytatjuk majd legközelebb, srácok. Itt lezárjuk ezeket a mellékküldiket, amiket megcsináltunk. A szakásnál meg itt-ott. És haladunk tovább a fő küldetéssel majd. Köszönöm szépen, hogy itt voltatok. Mindenkinek további szép estét. Sziasztok!